Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about the slope of a line, which in essence is the angle of the line. So what is slope? What's the best way to think of it? I like to use real-world examples such as the slope of a hill or the various slopes of a roof, the slope like a ski slope, or what is the slope or steepness of the stairs. That's a good way to think of it. Slope is saying how steep is the line. Another way of talking about slope when looking at graphing lines is what we call rise over run. Rise meaning up and down in the y direction as the y-axis. Run meaning left and right as in the x direction for the x-axis. When we find slope, count between two known points. So consider the example we have on the right. We have a known point at -3, 3. This point is nicely on the line. And we have another known point at x, 5. This point is on the line as well. All we need to do is say, how do I go from the point on the left to the point on the right? Key is you got to stay on the grid lines. Well, we calculate our rise. We go up 2. Move up 2 points to be the same height as the one on the right. Then we calculate the run. We run over, we go sideways, 5 to get up to the point on the right. So long as we stay consistent, working from the left point to the right point, we shouldn't have any issues. So our slope, rise over run, rise is 2, run is 5. We would say that the slope of this graph line is 2 divided by 5. Positive and negative slopes. Some slopes are positive, some slopes are negative. Let's take a look at what the difference is. For all these examples, we're still going to go rise over run. So from my point on my left to the point on the right, I go up 4 and I go over 3. So the rise over run for this left example is 4/3. The slope on the right, from left to right, once again, will stay consistent. To get from the first point, I need to go down 4 units. That's a -4. I still go to the right 3 units. So the slope of this second line would be -4/3. They both have the same value, 4/3. The one on the left is right. The one on the right is negative. A negative slope looks like the one graphed above. So, a little more on positive slopes. Positive slopes all run what I like to call uphill. From left to right, they work their way up to the top. Negative slopes are what I like to call a downhill slope. This would be the one that you'd ski down. From left to right, it points down. So as a quick review for slope, slope is rise over run. Find 2 points on the line, count either up or down, and then over to the next point. So long as you always work from the left point to the right point, positive and negative values will take care of themselves, and you don't have to worry about, well, is it positive or is it negative? If you do get confused, remember, positives go uphill, negatives run downhill. Taking a look at the slope is the first part and looking at how to graph the equation of a full line. And we will look at another variation of finding slope in tomorrow's lesson.